Welcome to the Musician Gumbo Show with Athoas Brown. Add a cup of drums, a tablespoon of sax, and a pinch of piano. Stir it up and let it simmer. Sit back and enjoy the show. Show here on BlogTalk Radio, episode number 4. Well, welcome everyone. Thanks for listening today. I'm Erica Joseph, and I'm here with Athoas Brown. Now, this show is to provide you online access to an experienced musician, composer, and producer who does music full-time and has learned to eat with his music. Athoas Brown does welcome questions. You can call into the show while we are recording, or you can send an email through BlogTalk Radio or any of the social media platforms you heard this show through. The call-in number is 607-203-5307. Well, good morning, Athoas.
Good morning, Erica. How you doing?
Good. How are you in L.A.?
Oh, I'm doing good. It's a beautiful day today. The sun is shining, nice and bright.
I know we was talking a little bit earlier, and you talked about you wanted to maybe say something to the family of Prince out there. They just experienced his loss.
Yes, well, want to give my deepest condolence to Prince and his family. He was definitely instrumental in my life growing up, listening to his music and being so multi-talented, and the gift that he gave to the world with his music and his performances, really touched me as an individual and helped me to push the bar to go further in my music. So I just want to say, say thank you.
Okay, all right. Yep, he will be missed, very much so.
Yes, he will.
So, So, Athoas, what you working on now? What you got? What's your latest project or anything you're working on you would like to share today?
Well, right now, I'm still working on my gospel project. I'm working on a new project with a rapper right now. He sings and raps, and we did a demo on the song that we started about a few days ago. I had the track, and I called him in to do it, so we're looking at going in to cut it sometime this week. And it's for a new campaign ad that'll be coming out soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I know sometimes when we talk, you say a certain qualities that if young musicians would have, they could easily be successful in this business as far as their the getting back with you and being prompt. Remember we was talking about that?
Yes. One of the main things in this entertainment business is to show up. If you show up on time, most of the time you can get a lot of things done, And I've shared with you earlier, I've tried to reach out to 2 or 3 people on projects, and I talked with them, and they didn't get back with me in a timely manner, so I had to move on to the next person. But I tried to give them ample time. I know things comes up in people's lives, and I always let them know if something come up, let me know, and we can make some adjustments. But this business doesn't wait on anybody, so you have to keep going forward. So I just try to tell you people, just show up on time, call in sometime. Texting is good, but call in sometimes, on the phone, talk to a person, let them know what's going on. Because these opportunities don't come all the time.
Sometimes, you were saying that, hey, people sound, fired up and enthusiastic at first, and then it seemed like they don't, follow through or be prompt or different things like that.
Right. Exactly. And I shared with the people, I said, that they have things going on in their life, and that's understandable. Well, just let me know, and we'll try to make a new timeline or a time schedule to kind of work around what you're doing and what I'm doing, so we can try to meet these deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because a week is too long. You know, a week and a half, that's way too long. You know, I try to get material to people in a timely manner, and hopefully it can be done within a week, at least 3 to 4 days, at least a draft, you know. But it's hard.
So like you said before, if you have even if you have a draft, if they send you a draft, then you at least got something to work with. Even if the draft has to be tweaked, you say, okay, but at least you know they got an ideal of where where they thinking they should go, or then you can tweak it.
Right. And the last person that sent me their draft, the first verse was good, and the second verse just needs to be tweaked a little bit. So I called them back. I said, well, hey man, go ahead and make the second verse similar to the first with a conclusion at the end. He said, no problem. But at least we had something to work with, and he got back with me in 2 days. I like that. A lot can be done if a person get back to you in a timely manner. 48 hours is good enough. If the person sit down and focus and concentrate and jump right on it, as long as they just got something down, then we can always come back, and come back to it and restructure it.
Okay, all right. Well, what do you have for us in the news this week?
Well, once again, I'd like to mention about the ASCAP Expo. That will be on the 28th of this month. If a person still want to go, they still have slots available, but it's going fast as far as for registration.
But that's next week.
Right, it's this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The 28th. Yeah, Thursday. Yeah, so it's between the 28th and the 30th, and person can register now. So it's toward the end. But if they want to get in on it, that's one thing that they definitely want to do. We also have the musician outreach. That's June 21st, 2016. A person want to know more about it, they can go to the ASCAP site, and they can pull it up about the musician outreach. It's called Make Music in New York. It's turning 10 this year, and we are looking for musicians in all genres. So this is in New York as well. So ASCAP has locations in about 5-6 countries. But we always, but the main office is in New York. So they have, for those who live in New York, the musician outreach will be June 21st. Yeah, and we also have the 21st annual USA Songwriting Competition. That's May 27th. So, and I believe that's here in LA as well. Yes, it is. As the world's top songwriting competition, the 21st annual USA Songwriting Competition. There are 15 award categories. 26 Billboard top 10 artists have submitted. Okay? The winner gets exposure and $50,000 worth of prizes and cool music gear.
Wow.
So that's something that, that's, and that's something that a person definitely want to check out. So it's the 21st Annual USA Songwriting Competition. And they can find that site on ASCAP as well. And that'll just about do it for In the News.
Okay. Well, thanks for sharing in the news. But now let me ask you this. You always talk about ASCAP. What do you've been with them a long time, or what do you like about ASCAP? I mean, you talk about ASCAP, and I know there's another organization musicians can get paid through, but you always talk about ASCAP. So what is it about them?
Well, ASCAP, I've been with ASCAP since '94, and there are 2 other societies performing rights organizations, which is BMI and CSAC. And the only reason I talk about ASCAP because I'm a member.
Mm-hmm.
And what I like about ASCAP, you know, they always have good information as far as upcoming events, how we can take our career to the next level. As a matter of fact, the ASCAP Expo does just that, where you get the chance to meet other people who are with ASCAP, meet panelists, getting new ideas how to take your music to the next level as far as buying gear, songwriting, partner with another songwriter. You know, you might meet somebody there. You make them work together. The last time I went there, I met a young lady, and her and I got together, exchanged numbers, and we wrote a couple of songs together.
Okay.
So, yeah, so ASCAP, I really do like ASCAP, you know, and I'm sure, no doubt, I know people who's with BMI and CSAC, and we like those particular performing rights organizations as well, you know, because they're members. So since I'm a member of ASCAP, that's why I always mention it, because it really do give good tools to up-and-coming songwriters and producers who want to go into music, and that's the only way to get. That's one of the main ways to get paid is through these performing rights organizations. You know, legitimately.
Okay. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing about that. I always was wondering about that since you always mention ASCAP. Well, that's it for right now. We'll go ahead and take a break, and we'll be right back.
Take action today to change your tomorrow. PlanToWin.info is dedicated to future-focused solutions for everyday living, offering online classes and ebooks, featuring Secrets of a Homeschool Mom, Guide for Hiring a Home Improvement Contractor, and Bounce Back from Divorce. Visit us today at www.plan2win.info.
Well, welcome back from the break. You're listening to the Musician Gumbo Show here on Blog Talk Radio. The call-in number is 607-203-5307. Well, before we go to the question, we do like to give a few shout-outs. The first shout-out will go to a new follower here on Blog Talk Radio. That is Prayer and Lunch Podcast with Bill Young. So we'd like to say thanks to Bill Young for being a new follower here on Blog Talk Radio. Now, last week we had a lot of activity on Twitter. And on Twitter we had people who liked and retweeted us. So we want to give a shout-out to No Mystery Empire. And No Mystery Empire, thanks for the suggestion. We got a suggestion from No Mystery Empire about our YouTube video because we do put the podcast on YouTube, but he was thinking it was going to be a video of us and not an audio. So we made a suggestion to put in the headline on YouTube that this is audio only. So people won't be thinking they will actually see Erica and Athoas on video. So thanks, Mystery Empire, for that suggestion. And we're going to give a shout-out to Centurion Music for liking and retweeting us, and also to Bill Young, who is on Blog Talk. He is also following us on Twitter, and he has liked and retweeted us this week. So we'd like to say thanks to everybody for supporting us on Twitter. So we're going to go to our question for this week. You ready, Athoas?
Yes, I am. Absolutely.
Okay. The question is from Jamal. It says, I was wondering if you could tell me about how I can get started in the rap career. I have an album, but I need to record it. Athoas?
Yes. Well, Jamal, if you know that, well, most rap careers can be started independently. You would need to probably save up some money, or if you have an investor who believes in your product, to get your music professionally recorded. Then you can follow up with a video, and promote it on YouTube, iTunes, or Amazon to attract a following. That's just one way that you can do this. But I would say the best way to get a rap career, is that if that's what you want to do, then you want to definitely be around people who is doing it for a living and who are successful of it. And that's why I mentioned, once again, there's other avenues such as like ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC. These particular societies have showcases. And with these showcases, you can meet up and meet other professionals there to learn your craft. Rapping the same thing as music, is that you have to learn how to write the correct way, to get your point over. How to write and execute verses and choruses, and be able to connect them, so it'll sound like a record. And one of the reasons that you do that, because there's so much competition out there. You want to make sure that you really study and think about what you're writing. And also now, most people have not an album, but they have a demo. And if you have a demo, then you want to get it to the next level. And the way to do that is to have it mixed. And I know some artists and producers like to mix their own material, but I suggest to them to go to a professional engineer that have experience in mixing albums and records, and have them mix your product. And you can record it anywhere you want to. If you have a home studio, you can record it at your home studio. That won't be a problem. But I wouldn't suggest mixing it yourself, because mixing that's a whole nother genre in itself. Some mixers, it takes them at least 10 to 20 years to perfect that craft. That's a whole different craft from writing and performing if you rap. So that's the best way I would suggest is to take it to a qualified professional engineer. And once again, you need to save up, because some studios can cost $50,000 an hour, $75 an hour, sometimes $100 an hour. So it depends on your budget. But you want to save up to go into the studio so you can have a good quality mix into the master with it. Mastering, that's a whole nother, that's the section after the mixing, then comes the mastering. So that's just one way to go about it. It's all about putting time and effort into your particular song that you want to do. And you want to have good product. That's the key. You want your product or you want your song to be clean. You don't want, sometimes if a person records themselves, they can record it with hissing or background noises. The song needs to sound just like a record. Even demos today need to sound like a record. So that'd be my suggestion to you, Jamal.
Okay.
And you just.
All right. Well, well, thanks, Jamal. You got anything else you want to add, Athoas?
Well, I just wanted to encourage Jamal is to keep studying your music. It's plenty of room. I want to encourage you to keep writing, keep creating, keep the ideas flowing. If you have an idea, write it down. It's enough room for everybody. But you definitely want to be in the category where you be with professionals, and you want your music to sound professional as well. So those are the steps that need to be done to get to that next level if you want to get started in the rap career. And the same applies to producers, songwriters. It's the same formula. You know, you want to study, it, and get all the information that you can from people who are already doing it. And that way, it'll be a successful project.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for asking the question, Jamal. If you have any more questions, feel free to let us know. Now, Athoas, how can listeners get in touch with you for asking any questions or about hiring you for a project?
Okay, you can go to Athoas Brown at yahoo.com. That's ATHOASBROWN, Athoas Brown at yahoo.com. You can leave your name, number, or your email information. I can contact you for more information that you may have pertaining to the show or any outside projects that you would like to talk about. So you can reach me at that email address.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, we're going to set the listeners up for the next week's question. It is from Ben, and it says, hello, I'm wondering if you can help me because I'm in a band and we play instruments well, but when it comes to songwriting, we can't choose what to do. We keep fighting and the band is falling apart. I don't want that to happen. So can you please help me because I can't write songs that way. So that is the question for next week. So we'd like to say thanks for listening today. Thanks for sending your questions. So click to follow the show and you will be notified by Blog Talk Radio by email or text 1 hour prior to the show going live. Now don't forget to show us some love by sharing on your social media sites. Well, that's it for this week. Let's eat.